Hey guys, today I'm excited to talk to you about Glen Powell's new film, Hitman. Now, this comes to theaters on May 24th, but it comes to Netflix on June 7th. And I'm going to tell you, I was really looking forward to this one. I was very excited for it. And I didn't hate it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was entertaining. I loved seeing Glen Powell in all these different roles. And it's really interesting to me that this is based on a true story. I thought that was exciting. It's based on a true person. And it's a lot of fun. Now, listen, if you don't know anything about this movie, it's essentially Glen Powell is to be a fake hitman. So he ends up really becoming invested in this, and he researches the people, and he goes in and kind of tailors his hitman to what they would expect a hitman to be. Basically saying there's no such thing as a hitman. It's not real. And he works with the police department to be this person. He's recently gone through a divorce. He convinces someone towards the beginning of this career of his that this isn't really what she wanted to do. She doesn't really want to kill her husband. She should just take the money she was going to pay him and use that to go give herself a new life. And craziness ensues, right? I don't really want to give much more away, although I will say this movie was very, very predictable. It's a romantic comedy of sorts, and most romantic comedies, let's be honest, guys, they're pretty predictable, right? Because you know from the beginning, like, well, obviously these two are going to get together. It's just a matter of how and when that happens. Now, obviously, he's pretending to be somebody he's not with her. So this creates an issue at times. She can't ever go back to his house. He can't really bring her around other people that he knows because he's pretending to be somebody completely different than who he actually is. I will let you figure out where you think things go from there. But I'll tell you, my favorite part about this was Glen Powell. I think he's fantastic, and I really did enjoy seeing him in all these different roles of all these different hitmen. I thought that was a lot of fun. He really goes there with some of them. That was a blast. It was very, very predictable for me, which is fine. I don't mind a predictable movie, especially if it's a cute romantic comedy. I really don't. But this one was just like immediately, I knew every little beat. Often there's a few twists and turns that happen. And this one I felt like, oh, yep, I knew exactly what was going to happen. I knew exactly what was going to happen. Now, mind you, I don't know the story of the real person. So there's that. Now, towards the end, there's something that I think a lot of people might find to be a twist. I kind of assumed it. It wasn't a shock for me. It wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a twist. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to ruin it for you, but you'll know what I'm talking about when you see the movie. However, all of that being said, this movie is very funny. There's a lot of times where I laughed out loud and I was having a good time with it. But it just, I don't know. I'm not mad at it. Like I said, I had fun. I think Glen Powell was great. But for me, this isn't like exceptional. And I think part of the problem might have been, I have a lot of friends who got to see this earlier in the year, see it during festivals, and they really talked it up. So I went in with like crazy high expectations. And I was just like, yeah, I had a good time, but like I knew exactly what was going to happen the whole way through. There's some action sequences that are a lot of fun to watch. There's some craziness that happens, and nothing surprised me. Nothing shocked me. And the end was great because I love when they show like the real person during the credits, which they do. That's always entertaining, and for me it's interesting because it's like you get to see the actual person, you get to see who Glen Powell was playing, that sort of thing. But I don't know, I guess I wanted more from this, and I just didn't get it, which is unfortunate. Still had fun, definitely recommend it. I know a lot of people are gonna love this movie, absolutely love this movie. Just for me, it felt very mediocre. Again, not mad at it, but I was like, okay, I watched it. I don't think I'll ever revisit it. I don't think this is a movie I will ever watch again. It was fine. I'll give it like a 3.5 out of 5. So I don't know, guys. Like I said, it hits theaters on the 24th. It streams on Netflix June 7th. So that's what I would suggest doing. I would say stream it. It's only a couple of weeks. It's not like there's anything major that will get spoiled for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing like a big major twist that you're like, oh my God, this ruined the whole movie for me, that you could potentially find out if you don't go see it in theaters. The action, like I said, was great. I watched it at home and I was like, all right, this is fine. Maybe it would have been better in theaters. I'm not sure. But yeah, overall, like, yeah, it was good. It was entertaining. It was funny. There's some cute moments, some cute, fun, romantic moments. I mean, it's a rom-com, right? So Glen Powell's fantastic. That's what I will say. Glen Powell's phenomenal. I can't wait to see what he does next. I'm excited to see him in Twisters. Very, very excited to see where he keeps going from here. I do love him in a rom-com, but I'm excited to see him in Twisters because that's obviously not going to be a romantic comedy. So, yeah, sorry guys. For me, it was like, yeah, it was good. And that's about where I stand. You guys let me know if you're excited for Hitman down below in the comments. If by the time you got to this review, you've already seen it, let me know what you thought. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And be sure to follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You guys can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. And then, yeah, be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. All right, guys. I'll see you next time.